This is certainly a good deal for Mexico, but moreover, this is it's a good result for the North American partners. It's a good result for the United States, Canada, and obviously Mexico. I think it brings needed certainty to our trade and investment relations. And more importantly, I think that it prompts North America to remain the most competitive region in the world. So it's a good result and something that we should feel positive and proud about.
What's the most important difference between this agreement and NAFTA?
Well, there was a series of things that we just needed to update. The best example is the agreement is 25 years old. We needed, for example, to take into account that the internet and e-trade is much more important now than 25 years ago. So a lot of things have been just updated and modernized. The other thing is that, for example, we have strengthened labor and environmental standards. And I guess more importantly is that we are working through what was achieved in the auto industry. We want to make sure that we have a stronger auto industry throughout North America and that we're able to better build more cars and auto parts in North America.
Ambassador, certainly this took a little bit of time to get through and for all sides and parties to agree. Not everything, I assume, worked out in Mexico's favor. Are there shortfalls with this new agreement?
Well, these type of agreements are obviously difficult to negotiate. Everybody has had to compromise a bit. A deal can only work and it can only be a deal if it works for all parties. So the three countries have had to compromise on some issues. But the overall balance, we believe, is a very good, again, for Mexico and for North America.
Which issues did you believe that you had to give a little more than you wanted to?
Well, I'll give you an example. Some of the provisions that have been included imply that we have to be much better in our labor standards. That's something that we believe in, but we needed sufficient time and capacity to adjust to that. That is important. And at the same time, we wanted to maintain the dispute mechanisms and update them, and I think that has been established. So again, the important thing is the overall balance for Mexico and its partners, and I think that's precisely what we achieve, a good result in the end.
Do you think that this in some ways, and you're never going to answer this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway, Ambassador, was it rushed to get President Peña's signature on it?
No,
rather than President-elect Obrador, who's going in December 1st?
We always talked about the importance of having the right deal, but moving as quickly as possible, because precisely we needed to create certainty for economic agents. The government-elect in Mexico, Mr. López Obrador, our president-elect, has been very supportive of the negotiation. He had part of his team as observers during the last length of the negotiation. So that it's important. The idea to move quickly was always to make sure that there was certainty for our trade and investment relationship, and that NAFTA, or it's not so much about our trade and investment relations, but it's also about how do we produce together to compete to other regions of the world. So it was important to get it done as soon as possible in the current global environment.